Japan's summer rules you need to know before you go to Japan. Summer Shinkansen rules. Using Japan's most famous bullet trains, well, you need to know that from August the 7th to August the 16th, the Nozomi, which is the fastest and the most popular Shinkansen connecting Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka and Fukuoka, will switch to a strict 100% reserved seating system. If you show up with a regular and reserved ticket, you will not be allowed to board. If you can't get a reservation, your only option will be the slower Hikari or Kodama trains, which will keep their standard and reserved cars, but will be exceptionally crowded. So I suggest that you book a few days in advance if traveling during these days. The oversized luggage rule. When traveling Japan's popular bullet train routes, there are luggage rules that you need to know. If the total dimension, which is the length, the width, and the height of your suitcase, add up to more than 160 centimeters, you cannot just walk in and shove it into any open corner of the Shinkansen. You are required to book a specific oversized luggage area seat in advance. This grants you exclusive access to the dedicated storage space located directly behind the very last row of the car. If you skip this reservation and bring a giant bag anyway, you'll face a 1,000 yen on the spot penalty, and the train staff will move your bags to secure the area. Power banks. This is a relatively new rule that applies all year round. Japan's new airline safety rules are in full effect, and they have completely changed the way that you handle portable chargers. If you get caught violating any of these, you risk a massive fine. Firstly, the packing basics. Power banks are strictly banned in checked luggage. They must always stay in your carry-on. But now, under the new rules implemented in April 2026, you are now strictly limited to bringing a maximum of 2 power banks per person. The biggest trap for tourists is the complete ban on in-flight usage. The second you step into the plane, your power bank must stay completely unplugged. You're also prohibited from using them to charge your phone, and you cannot use the plane's outlets to charge the power bank itself. And finally, your power bank must stay within arm's reach at all times. So do not throw your charger into the backpack and shove it into the overhead bin. Climbing Mount Fuji. Climbing Mount Fuji now comes with a set of strict rules designed to manage overcrowding. Firstly, there is a mandatory 4,000 yen entry fee for all major trails, and during peak seasons, you must also complete advanced online reservation. Some routes operate daily visitor caps, meaning that access can be restricted once the limits are reached. For example, the Yoshida Trail, which is the most heavily regulated, has a quota of around 4,000 hikers per day. You also need to know that there's strict time rules also. Trail gates usually close between 2 p.m. and 3 a.m. unless you have a confirmed mountain hat reservation. But the one big newer rule that catches a lot of tourists off guard is that equipment rules are enforced at the trailhead. Officials may conduct checks and turn hikers away if they are not properly equipped with hiking boots. For example, no trainers, no sandals. Make sure that you have cold weather clothing suitable for sub-zero summit temperatures and full waterproof gear. There are a handful of periods this summer where Japan works very differently. If the trip falls in any of these dates, expect bigger crowds, higher prices, and the need to book attractions and trains much further ahead. July the 20th is Marine Day. This becomes a 3-day bank holiday for many Japanese residents. Popular beaches, resorts, and tourist attractions become busier. Obon is a big one here, around August the 8th to the 16th, Japan's biggest domestic travel period. Shinkansen, they sell out pretty much. Airports and train stations are very busy and attractions are crowded. And August the 11th is Mountain Day. It's a national holiday. Many people take extra leave around this date, extending the Obon travel period. Hiking destinations and mountain resorts become particularly busy. And a little bit after summer, but still worth mentioning, is September the 21st to the 23rd, which is Silver Week. Several public holidays fall close together in 2026. It's another peak domestic travel period with higher demand for transport and accommodation. I forgot to mention, don't take your swimming shorts to Japan. You probably won't need them unless you're going to Okinawa. Most hotels don't have pools, so double check. And also a great reminder for you to subscribe to the channel. The book early rule. Winging your daily sightseeing in Japan, especially during the summer, is dead. Don't even try it. If you wait until the very last minute, the moment that you land, to buy your tickets for Japan's hottest spots, you will be met with a sold out screen. The rule here is that you need to know that major attractions like Shibuya Sky, Team Lab Planets, the Warner Brothers Harry Potter Studios tour now operate on mostly time entry systems, where advance booking is strongly recommended as some same-day tickets are often limited or unavailable. Tourists, they assume that you can buy tickets a few days in advance. In reality, peak summer slots regularly vanish as soon as they appear. Thankfully, to make things really easy, I've actually created a free tool on my website to help you navigate and let you know when to book and at what time to book, and even help you set up reminders to make those bookings. The Visit Japan web shift. Airport immigration lines during the peak of July and August rush are brutal. Japan is heavily prioritizing travelers who use the Visit Japan web app to generate QR codes for immigration and customs before landing. Whilst paper cards still exist for now, airport staff are actively routing paperless travelers into express lanes. So my advice is to fill out the digital portal before boarding. Basically, that will help you avoid being stuck behind massive tour groups. Japan summer heat stroke rule. This is underrated, but very real. You probably already knew this. Yes, summers in Japan are very hot and incredibly humid. But did you know that in Japan, there's a heat stroke alert triggered when the forecast is expected to reach 33 degrees Celsius or higher? And there's a more serious higher tier warning alert, which is implemented nationwide for unprecedented, dangerously high heat waves. This is usually above 35 degrees Celsius. As a result, activities like open air tour buses, certain outdoor festivals, and some outdoor viewing decks can scale back operations or even close during peak hours if the heat index crosses dangerous lines. The keep out rules. This is an all year rule, but an important one to know. If you're visiting Kyoto, then you need to know that walking down the wrong alleyway, potentially in Kyoto, can now cost you a 10,000 yen fine on the spot. The local council in Kyoto's famous Gion district has banned tourists from entering small, narrow, private alleyways where geiko or maiko or geisha basically live and work. But don't worry, the main public streets like Hanamikoji Street remain fully open. The Shibuya cash for trash penalty. This new rule should be obvious, but Japan operates differently from many other countries. Finding a bin or a trash can sometimes feel impossible. But there's a new rule specifically around Shibuya in Tokyo. Dropping your empty milk teacup or snack wrapper on the street in the center of Tokyo can now cost you an on-the-spot 2,000 yen fine with 0 warnings. Shibuya Ward is deploying up to 50 multilingual patrol officers working 24 hours a day to crack down on garbage issues. The key thing to know is that although many travelers assume that Shibuya is just famous for being the scrambled crossing or center guy, in reality, this new enforcement zone covers all of Shibuya Ward. That means that you could be fined on the spot whilst walking down Takeshita Street, Harajuku, exploring Omotesando, or hanging around Ebisu. My advice here is to pack a small empty plastic bag in your day pack to hold your trash until you get back to your hotel room or find a convenient store bin. So now you know the important rules for traveling Japan in the summer. But do you really know how to plan your trip to Japan step by step? Well, I have this playlist here that will definitely help you out. You should watch this one next.